Good morning, guys. We are so happy that you guys are here. And I have my lovely friend Amy, who I was shocked that she actually showed up because you're like 2 hours behind me, right?
Yeah, so it's 6:02 right now.
Oh my goodness. But you have been up for a while.
Yeah, morning person here and a little insomnia, so I was like,
Yes.
here we go.
Yeah. So she was like, I'm ready. Let's do this. Whereas I'm over here like scrambling, still trying to get stuff done, even though like I knew this was coming. I knew I would be here at 8. I was still, it's fine. We got it together. sort of, sort of. But we're so excited for this. We're going to kind of do just like a simple one like we usually do. Probably do a little bit of longer sprints just because if you're anything like me, it takes you a little bit more time to like get going for the day. So I still have a list of things I need to do, but I needed to like be able to be a person before I could get to these things. So I do still have to do some of that stuff. So we'll probably do a little bit longer sprints, but it'll be fun. Morning
Sounds good.
sprints. So fun. So fun. Amy's like, yeah, but let's not always do them at 6 a.m.
I'm flexible. I'm good. If
Yeah.
it was like 9 o'clock at night here, I'd be like, sorry, I'm asleep. Like,
That's fair. That's fair. And I love doing the evening ones, but I realize I struggle because we start at 7:30, and then by the time like 9 o'clock rolls around, I'm just kind of like, wow, I'm so happy people are here, but I have no idea what we're talking about. I feel like I get a little delirious, even though that's my like prime reading time. I struggle. I don't know why. It's weird. It's weird.
I think I read a lot at
Go
like
ahead.
7 or 8, but like by 10, I'm just like, I'm completely out. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, absolutely. And I feel like that just as you get older, that just happens. Maybe it's, not actually you just get older. Maybe it's just us. I don't know. But
Maybe.
I used to be like, let's stay up. I would like marathon, read, and like watch movies all night. And I'm like, I can't do that now. I can't do that. My friend and I, what was it, last weekend, we went to Cody and her husband surprised us with tickets to go watch Angela Johnson. I don't know if you know who she is. And
I don't think so. I'm not
she
super good with music though.
oh no. This is a comedian. She's the one
Oh,
who
okay.
does the nail salon bit
Oh
where she
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, and it's like beautiful nail. And she's like, oh, just one nail? Yeah, that one. So we got to go see her, which was super fun. But it started at 8, and I was like, guys, we're starting at 8, and like she's not even starting at 8. We're gonna have like someone before her opener. Man, I was exhausted. But it was fun. It was fun. So
That's when I reach for the sugar. I'm like, okay,
oh,
I'm gonna need dessert to get through this.
yes. And I was like, I should probably have some caffeine, but I am the person that if I drink caffeine after like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, I will be up. It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, because I had my energy drink during our sprints, I couldn't go to sleep until like 1.
Oh gosh.
It affects me. It's bad.
Yeah, I have like green tea in the morning, my Scooby,
Yeah.
and then that's it. But I cut it off at like noon. That's it.
Yeah. See, I need to be better about actually drinking tea instead because I feel like that might not be as hard. I mean, obviously, energy drink is like packed full of caffeine, but
I
I'm
think
not there
there's
yet.
something in green tea, like L-theanine or something. It's supposed to
Yeah.
like be kind of like calming at the same time, so you kind of get like
Okay.
the boost from the caffeine, but it doesn't make you as jittery, which I like as someone who's very caffeine sensitive. So
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Well, then I'll have to try that for sure. Well, Amy, what are you reading today?
that's
You always have the best reads.
that's a great question. So I started this last night in Sunshine, Orange Shadow by Reese Bowen and Claire Broyles. So it's historical fiction, cozy mystery, and it's
Yeah.
got the green for the sleuths and the
Love
nature.
it. Love it.
So that's a possibility. But if I go for a thriller, I have All the Missing Girls. But as a mood read, I really want to read a shimmer of red because I just grabbed this from my library like the other day and I'm really excited.
Yeah.
So I'm a chaotic reader.
Hey, that's okay. Yesterday, I started the Thursday Murder Club and I'm enjoying it. And we just got to like the murder happened. So you're like, ooh, things are about to pick up. This is gonna be great. And then last night I was laying in bed and I was like, I need to read. I need to read. And it's not like I'm not on a team, so I don't have to read, but I do plan on reading to gain all the team's points, right? And so I was like, I need to read something, but I just wasn't in the mood. Like I wanted something simple because my mind was just done. I also had to like go in and completely reconfigure all of the spreadsheets because I finally learned how to create actual better spreadsheets. So now they're so much easier to use and they're easier for me, but then I still have to like input the information that you guys send and put it onto the spreadsheet and then had to figure out how to send that to you guys. So it was like all this stuff. So my brain was dead. So I was like, you know what? Yes. And a lot of people like when that sort of stuff happens, they want to read like cozy books. And I was like, you know what? My cozy books are middle grade books. So I ended up grabbing library covers. The Magic
I know.
Have you read
it? Good. No.
It's by Neil Patrick Harris. It is so cute.
Isn't Neil Patrick Harris like an actor? Like, isn't he on like How I Met Your Mother? Is that it? Okay.
Yes. I never actually watched that, but I know he's on that.
I haven't either.
Was on I can't remember if he was Count Olaf on Lemony Snicket. I'm missing it.
A Series of Unfortunate Events.
Yes. Yeah. But I can't remember if he was the movie or if he was the series, but he was one of the Count Olafs. And so he wrote this, and it's a whole series, and it's following a boy who like doesn't believe in magic, but he is like a sleight of hand trickster sort of thing, but he wants to be good, and he wasn't raised to be good. He was raised to be pickpocketer, all that sort of stuff. But it's just so good. I love it.
That's kind of like this one. The main character, she has like a coffee like food cart and everything, but her mother raised her as like she was a con artist, like a scam artist. So she has these really interesting like observations that you wouldn't normally have about people because she's been trained as like a kid to like pull off scams, but she doesn't do that as an adult, but she still has that like thought process. So I find that background to be really interesting. And then this just screams sleuths. Yeah, so I read the first 2 in the series. This is the 3rd one, and I was saving it for this readathon because it's green. There's trees, and I'm like, okay.
I love it. Well, I want to know what you think about that one because that one is super intriguing to me. And also, I love all like the cutesy farmers market sort of thing. So trailers like that, I'm all about. I don't know if you heard whenever I was talking to Sam, and I don't remember if I said this whenever we were live, but whenever I used to have a flower farm, and we used to actually have like the single wide horse trailer. Yeah.
Man, I need plants. I have a little fake plant at my TBR cart, and I might get one for my bookshelf because I'm like, you know what? It's just I stress about it, and then I like overwater it, and I overthink it, and I just kill it.
Yes. Oh, I get it. I'm the same way. We're gonna go ahead and say hi to some of these people real quick. We have Courtney. Hi, Courtney.
Hello.
How are you? Good morning. Currently getting some stuff done around the house this morning. Going to start a cozy mystery, Bait and Witch, later today. Ooh. Have you read that one?
I haven't read that, but it looks good. I want to read it.
Yeah, that sounds.
Let me know, Courtney.
I love punny titles, and that to me is like a punny title, and so I'm like, all right, well, I'm literally hooked on this now.
I love the funny titles, the cute covers. I think you said this in the stream, but you're like a covers person too. Like,
yes,
I judge books by their covers, and I love it. So
I do, and I was really struggling. So I've been trying to get all the Robin Hobb books, which is like the Royal Assassins and things like that. And Cody was like, "Oh, well, look what I found," and he found me these ones, which are great. They're like the regular, mass produced, and they're pretty, but I'm like, I'm such a snob with covers. And I feel like a terrible person, but I am because I'm like, oh, the newer ones are prettier. but they're more expensive. You
Yeah.
got them for $1 a
I
piece,
checked out a
so
book recently from my library, and it's the only one they had, but it was in large print, so the cover was a lot different than the style for the cozy series I was used to, and it was
yeah.
not as attractive in my opinion, and I was just kinda like, "Oh." The book will
Yeah.
still be great, but,
Yeah. Right? It's the contents, it's not the cover, but sometimes, I mean, sometimes it is just the cover actually. And I have been done dirty by really pretty covers and then the book is
So,
awful. So
yeah.
you shouldn't base it off that, but it's hard not to. It's hard not to.
So,
So Courtney, you say it's 8 here and you've been up since 6:30. Life of a Taller Mom. Yep. Yep, I get that. I was just telling Amy that Piper woke us up around, well, she woke up Cody around 6 and then I got up around 6:30ish, and I don't function as a human until I've been up for about 30 minutes and had some sort of caffeine. And she was just like harping, and I don't know what was up with her. I still don't know what she was actually wanting because I wasn't mentally there. But she, as soon as she sees me, she like breaks down, starts losing her ever loving mind. And I'm just trying to walk and like not fall over because I'm tired because you woke us up so early and all this stuff. And then later on, Cody was like, "Hey, you need to go apologize to your mom." And so she came over and she was like, "Mom, I'm so sorry." And then she came back and he had convinced her to say, "Are you satisfied with your service?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh," which was so cute because she couldn't say it. But she's just like laughing because she has no idea what's going on. It was cute. It was super cute. But I get up waking up at 6:30. It's hard.
hi,
Morning,
Katie.
Luz. Lou. Look at there. You're listening to book 8 in The Great Witch's Baking Show.
Ooh,
What? How
is
do I not
that?
know this? I love baking show books.
Too.
Actually, here's the thing. I've only ever read one and I didn't love it. But I loved it until it was weird. I don't love books where it's like you're reading for 80-85% of the book and it's super like it's clean and things and people don't mind that there's like scenes and that's fine. But it was like all of a sudden there was like this
Oh,
like very explicit scene which is like did not match the book, if that makes sense. So it's like
yeah.
you were very much like tiptoeing around like them even kissing, and then all of a sudden there's this very explicit open door romance. And it's like that's fine, but it just doesn't fit. It did not fit within the
Yeah.
book. So
It's a
at that
pet
point, I
peeve of
was like,
mine.
yeah, it's like if you're
Especially
gonna
with
do that,
cozy mysteries. Like that's the
yes,
genre. There's not supposed to be anything explicit or super
yes,
graphic. It's like off screen. So
yes, yeah, and this, and I, yeah, and I, so I wasn't prepared, but I was like, but I only have like 30 pages left, so I'm gonna struggle through this. But now I'm like mad about it because it just didn't fit. So, anyways, the Great Witch's Baking Show sounds wonderful.
it's fun. Sounds
There's
really
another,
fun.
yeah, there's another book that just came out by, oh, I cannot remember her name. It starts with a J, and it's called oh no, like Bakers and something, but she based it off of the Great British Baking Show, and it
Ooh.
has to do with like different creatures who are like more humanistic than animal or creature, and they are on a baking show and like falling in love, but they're like there's like an elf and there's like a like I don't remember. I don't remember all
That
of a sudden.
sounds
But it
fun.
looks super cute. And so I will look it up because I always forget it. So I have not been able to save it onto my wish list because I always forget what it's called until I see it on something else and I'm too busy and I'm like, I can't go at it just yet. I'll remember later. And I never, ever remember. But it looks cute.
I love The Golden Spoon by Justin Maxwell. That's one of my favorite like baking murder mysteries. And it feels just like the Great British Bake Off. Like it's seems very inspired. I think the blurb even was like the Great British Bake Off meets Clue, and I was like sold.
Sign me up. Let's do
I don't
it.
I don't think it's technically a cozy mystery, but like it's pretty like tame and love
Yeah.
like the Clue vibes. And I was just like, oh,
Oh, I would probably eat that up. I really
I
would.
loved it.
I did not know. I knew that I liked mysteries, but I didn't realize how much I love cozy mysteries until I was watching your videos and
Oh,
the amount of them that you recommend. And I'm like, oh, I need that one. And I'm always drawn more towards the cozy side, which Cody has learned over the last day that he does not like.
I saw that in the chat. I was like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, well, all I've been recommending is basically cozy mysteries. I'm sorry. Oopsies. It's fine. It's fine. So she says, you don't have a toddler, but I have a 19-year-old cat that woke me up at 7:30 this morning. Same thing. Cats are just as
What kind of
needy.
cat?
Oh, you're a cat person, aren't you?
No, I grew up with dogs. And
Yeah.
actually I love cats. I think they're beautiful. But like I can never have one because there's so many people in my family who have allergies to them.
Yeah.
So I admire them from afar. And if the
Yes.
cat, is receptive to strangers, I'm like, pet, pet, pet. Like, oh my goodness. So I would
Yes.
like I want one. Oh my goodness, I want one.
It's
Yeah.
a Russian blue. I don't know what a Russian blue is.
Oh, those are so beautiful. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
yeah? See, I don't know
Yeah.
much.
Well, I've done some freelance writing in the pet space, so I have
Oh, that's
like
right.
I've learned a lot about different random
Yeah.
breeds of animals for that.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm a huge dog person, hence why we
Me
have
too.
2 dogs. Um, and I like cats. I had a cat for a while because he was elderly and I had adopted him because they were like, if he doesn't get adopted, he's just going to be put to sleep. And I was like, oh, he needs to live out the
Oh,
rest of his days. And so I was like, he's like 19, 20 years old. He's not going to survive. Girl, that cat lived for like 5 more years and
wow.
he was so obnoxious. His name was Colson, and I
Oh,
I loved that cat. But like when we got him, or when I got him, should I say, I had him before I married Cody. He was so fat that his tummy would like rub on everything, and so I would always have to look on the floor for my mail because he'd walk on the counters and he would just push all the mail off with his belly. Oh my goodness! And then he lost that weight after some time because we were like, we you've got to be healthier. Otherwise, this could go badly for you because you like to go outside and you can't run away. So we
goodness.
need to make sure you can run away from things. But
Yeah, I'm used to small dogs, so I can't imagine having a pet that can like jump just anywhere. Like
oh
even
yeah,
once at a used bookstore, this lady had her cat there, like the owner, and I was browsing, like I bent over to grab a book, and the cat jumped on the back of my like up here,
oh
and
my
its
goodness.
claws were in my hair, and I was like calling my husband. I was like, "Can you
You
help
really
me get
know.
the cat out of my hair, please?" So
See, and I wouldn't handle that well. I like cats. I really do. And my friend Donna, she is a cat mama through and through. She has 3 cats, and one of them, oh my gosh, if she was on here, she'd know exactly which one I'm talking about. His name is Foxtrot, so I call him Foxy Woxy. And
that's so
he's like,
cute.
yeah, I don't remember what type he is, but he's like a very fluffy cat and he's fat and pudgy and all this stuff, but his eyes are also crossed and it's the cutest thing ever. And I'm like, I want to cuddle you. And he's like, I don't like
Yes.
cuddles, which is so
Yeah.
upsetting to me. But I'm also like, if I try to cuddle you, I will not be able to see or breathe after a while because I am allergic to cats. So
Yeah.
that's why I don't have them, even though like I do like them. I do like them, but I also could not imagine having a litter box on a boat. That would be pretty bad. So
That would be rough. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So we just don't even go there. Okay. Hi, Susan. How are you? Good morning.
No.
Sorry you're late. Lost track of time. Hey, that's okay. That is a-okay. We actually started late, so you're good because I forgot to do my side of things, which is normal
Oh,
in the mornings. You
your
have a
labs are so
large,
sweet.
yes, they are professionally trained service dog. That's amazing. He's your sweetheart. Oh, I bet he is. I bet he is. We have 2 massive dogs, and Jubilee, she is our little escape artist. Um, I will have to go into that in detail some other day, but she was my dog, and I've had her for, I mean, going on 10 years, I want to say, something along those lines. And then I was like, well, Cody needs a dog, and he really wants a German Shepherd. So somebody was literally giving away a German Shepherd because they realized they weren't dog people. And I was like, oh, well, this is perfect. Let's go get her. And so we show up. Okay, so she's a blonde German Shepherd, which means she looks like a German Shepherd, but she's blonde, and
Okay.
she's actually more wolf than German Shepherd, and she's elderly. So I was like, not at all what we were
It's a
looking
lot.
for. Yeah, but she's so sweet, and I was like, oh well, she like German Shepherds are loyal to a fault to one person. So I was like,
They
Cody's gonna
are.
love this. She wants nothing to do with him, and she is obsessed with me. So I was like, this just didn't work out at all. So now I
It's
just have
always
two
people who
massive
didn't
dogs.
want it, they go to the
Yeah,
other one.
yeah, that was exactly. And I don't know if it was like she's like, you're the one who saved me, because she was living in this small shed. It was really sad. So I'm
Oh.
so thankful that we got her, but at the same time, I'm like she is so clingy. In our old house, it was a 2-story, and she came upstairs with me, and when I was walking down the stairs, she literally had her nose in my butt as I was walking down the stairs, because she was like, I want to be where you are. And I'm like, you
Oh,
are. You are where I
so
am.
sweet. I
Yeah,
love it though.
she's sweet. She's so sweet. Hi, April. How are you? What are you reading today? And Susan, what are you reading today?
Yes.
Curious Cat wanted to know what you were reading also.
Poor husband had to like gently be like prying the cat
Yeah.
off of me. But he was so friendly. He let me give him belly rubs and everything. And I was just like, and his name, Mr. Moonbeam.
Oh, that's cute.
I was like, how could you not love a cat named
That's
Mr.
cute.
Moonbeam?
Yeah. Oh, I love good names for pets. You really want a Maine Coon cat? I do love Maine Coons. I grew
They
up
are
with them.
so pretty.
Yes, we had one named Maverick, and I think I like them because they tend to be bigger. So I'm like, you're a little closer to the dog size for me, and I like that. I don't really love like the small dainty cats because I'm afraid I'm gonna like hurt them.
Yeah. Like I have some family who have like chihuahuas and they're cute, they're darling. One of them is 5 pounds though, and I'm like, what if I rolled over on you in the
Right?
middle of the night?
Yeah. If I
I can't.
sneeze hard enough, the dog's not gonna be here anymore.
Right.
Yes. Oh yes, I get that.
Oh, they're
Your
so
sister has
pretty.
a Maine Coon. I love Maine Coons. I really do. And she loves that. Oh, hi, Aaron. How are you? So Aaron is actually a friend from, well, I kind of church. He used to go to our church, and then he was friends with my brother, and so then we all became friends. Anyways, I don't know how to explain that. Anyways, we're friends in real life too. Hi, Aaron.
Yay.
Tell Brighton I said hello, and tell the boys I said hello, please. You have a 5-year-old German Shepherd, Benny. He's a daddy's boy, but is very protective of me and my son. My hubby and I play a fight. He gets between us and will protect me. Oh, I love that. Jubilee will. Phoenix, our German Shepherd, she would just kind of be like, I'm tired, and like not do anything. So she's not protective. But Jubilee 100% is. She does not put up with people messing with me. Your service dog specializes in PTSD. He is a service dog trained for military veterans. He was my husband's, but unfortunately, my husband passed away in 2021 from C at the age of 52. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. So sorry. I'm thankful that you do still have your puppy. That way, you have something to also, cuddle and kind of help with those times. But I'm sorry to hear that. So now his service dog, Shep, takes care of me. Shep, that's such a good
It's
name.
cute.
I love that. Oh, I'm so happy you have Shep. You're finishing the last 20% of the Winter House mysteries, then have to decide what's next. I don't even know what that is.
I don't either. It
Oh,
sounds cool.
it does. It does. I love when you guys will recommend or like talk about these books that you're reading, because that's my TBR has grown so much because of you guys, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but it has, and it's going to grow even more because now since yesterday, I have been obsessed with this stinking cherry festival. Like
Yes.
Sam was talking to me about it last night. I had never heard of this thing, so now I'm like, well, I have to read this series because it's
Yeah,
about festivals.
Farm to Table or something by Amanda
Uh-huh.
Flower. There we go.
I'm like, it's not that hard. I'm just like, it's nature, but I can't remember. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am obsessed. And I told Sam that I was like, I'm gonna have to just live vicariously through you, because I truly didn't realize that these were really a thing. I thought that they were just things that Hallmark
No.
created, but it's 100% a thing. And I'm just like, my life's not complete now. It won't be until I go to one of these.
Yeah, the Southwest isn't known for our crops. Like, at least not like fruits.
True.
Like I go to the farmer's market and we're like, okay, we got some tomatoes and like some
Yeah.
lettuce. That's cool.
Yeah. Now we do have
Maybe
like really
citrus.
cool pumpkin patches. Do you have
Oh,
pumpkin
nice.
patches where you're at?
A little bit, like in
Yeah.
the northern part of the state, yeah.
Gotcha.
But
Okay, so
a lot
we
of
have like
cacti.
oh, oh yeah, in Arizona, I'm sure. I'm sure. I don't know what you can grow in Arizona besides cactus.
I think we have some citrus, but
Okay.
that's like the only fruit I
Yeah.
know of. So like I want to go to a farmer's market and get like berries and stuff like
We're gonna
that.
be a real
And
farmers market.
they don't have that. Like we never have that here. So
We don't either. We pretty much just end up with vegetables here. But
yeah.
I do love that we have actual massive pumpkin festivals. And we do have some of them will do tulips, and we do have strawberry ones,
Ooh.
but not as often. It's mainly just pumpkins. So, like fall season, we have all the festivals, but we don't have
Nice.
cherries, which is I'm just blown away. I don't know why. Like my mind, I just can't wrap my mind around it still. So you're reading How to Solve Your Own Murder. I want to read that. It is so good and has a turquoise blue cover. Here we go, lassies. Yep. Yep. That is a book I really want to read. So whenever you're finished, let me know what you think about that one. Because I've heard mixed reviews on it. You're starting though first on my Bible study, running late. Like I said, hey, I love it. I love it. And that's okay. Running late happens. It's the weekend.
Yum.
You're doing well making pancakes while bright and asleep. Oh, look at you, hubby. I'll make you a little badge and you can go put it on yourself and say hubby of the day. I love it. I love it. Hello, how are you? It's been a hot minute since we've talked. You have a cherry festival where you live? Oh,
I feel so left out.
I know. Can we have a club for those like non-existent cherry festival goers? Because that's us. Like, have you gone? Do you love it? Because
yeah.
The only answer you can say is yes, otherwise I'll be really upset. It's like, oh no.
I want cherry pie so badly now.
Oh, I know.
Sounds so good.
I know. Strawberry season is starting here in Connecticut soon, so we will have lots of strawberry festivals. Man, that sounds amazing. Too. That sounds amazing, dude. Yeah, we just do. They just do like a strawberry picking here, which is a hit or miss depending upon the farm that you go to. But we don't do like big festivals for it, which I don't know. To me, I'm like, you could do so much, but our strawberries, we have a very short window because then it gets really, really hot here. So then it like, oh, well, I mean, Arizona gets very hot. Yeah.
It's hot and dry.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So we don't really have things like that, but we do. I mean, we have farmers markets, which are fun, but they're not like what I would love to see as like, an actual festival.
Me too. Yeah.
They're small. It's usually super busy. Yeah. It's usually super busy because so many people come here for it. But even after all the tourists leave, we have cherry everything in this area. Really embraces it. I love it.
Sounds so nice.
I know. I'm like, we need to find like a Hallmark movie that is dedicated to one of these festivals, and then we'll watch it. That way we feel like we've been. Because
so lovely.
Yes, I'm sure everyone's like, are we still on this? But I'll probably be on this whole, you guys have so many festivals that we don't think for a while. I don't see it ending anytime soon, guys. So buckle up. Amy Marie, you have to come visit us in South Georgia and pick strawberries and blueberries. We eat almost as many as we pick. I'm glad they don't weigh us after picking.
I want to come so badly. I've only been to the South once, and it was to go to Disney World, so I just stayed there. Like, I didn't explore outside, so I don't know if that really counts.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I really want to come and see it.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I have loved going strawberry picking. I've never done the blueberries, but, man, you've got to experience it sometime, Amy. That part is really fun. I just want to experience where you go somewhere and like somehow everything is dedicated to a fruit, which is just fascinating to me.
Sounds so fun.
Yeah. Hello,
Hi,
how are
Stephanie.
you? We are doing good. We're about to get started with the sprint, so it's going to get even better. What are you reading? We would like to know. Are you doing? You were reading. Oh, I cannot remember what you were reading yesterday, but I remember, or maybe it wasn't yesterday, maybe the day before, but I know I was very intrigued by it. I do remember that. It's a middle grade series of 3 books, and they're so fun. It's about a girl who goes and stays at his big old hotel that's filled with mysteries. Keisha, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. A book like you got me on them. Oh my goodness. I love middle grade. I was telling Amy earlier, well, actually, whoever was on at the beginning, I started reading The Magic Misfits, which is a middle grade, because that's just like my comfort. That's my cozy sort of thing. And whenever I just want something simple and easy, that's what I go to. So I would probably love that series. And I saw somebody, was it in the Sleuths or was it in the Lassies? And they're reading the Ghosts of Tupelo Landing, which is the middle grade book that I've read that I loved. And I was like, I don't usually talk in y'all's little private things, but I'm going to come in and tell you, like, I'm so excited because I love that book so much. So you have 2 fresh farmer stands that are open 7 days a week, and one of them has a little lunch counter attached. What? Best lunch in town. Most of the cops eat there, so seating is difficult most days. Well,
We
I
have a
live
farmer's market once a week, and then there's like one other that's like once a month, I think.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we have like we pretty much have the same thing, but they're a little smaller, and the one that's once a month is more like artistic. It's not necessarily farmer's market. So you have a lot of people
Yeah.
who like make shirts and things like that. So not quite the same.
Copper is very big here, so there's a lot of like copper and like turquoise like jewelry.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I do get lunch or like breakfast there sometimes because they'll have fresh tamales, and I love that.
Yeah.
So like that.
Oh, fresh tamales are amazing.
Ooh.
And blueberry picking is easier than strawberry picking. Really? See, and I thought that'd be the other way around. But that's also because I've never done blueberry picking. No. Well, there you go. Hi, Betsy. How are you? You're just starting The Coworker by Frida McFadden. I just finished One by One by her. Did you like One by One? Because I know that Hannah didn't love it, and I've never read it, but I have read The Coworker. Actually, I think I read it. It was either last month or the month before, and it was pretty good. Have
I like
you
The
done?
Coworker.
Okay, I was going to ask, have you done a lot of reading? I'm going to change this that way, like the comments keep like going into your face. There we go. Yeah, have you done a lot of Frida McFadden?
I think I've read 3 books by her. I liked The Coworker. I did not like The Teacher because of some of the tropes, and the ending didn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Okay.
And then there was this one I finished recently. It was like The Locked Room or
Yes, The Locked
something.
Door.
It was like
about a serial killer dad.
No, that was a different one. What was it?
Oh.
It was like a couple who were buying a home, and it was like a psychiatrist like home, and she like disappeared mysteriously. I loved the premise, but again, the ending was a little wonky for me. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
But
see,
I loved The Coworker.
Yeah, The Coworker was really good. I was kind of like, is this going to happen? Is this not? And so I love ones like that where I genuinely am like, I don't know how this could go. Because some books you're like, this is 100% going to be the twist, and then you're right. But yeah, I didn't feel like that with The Coworker. I read her The Housemaid, and that was really good. That was the first one of hers that I had read, and I didn't realize she had such a long backlist, but she does. And then I also read The Coworker and really liked that. And then Cody had listened to the Locked Door, and that was the first one of hers that he had ever read. And he was like, you have to read it, you have to read it. So I did, and it's like, yeah, that was pretty good. It was pretty good. I kind of saw it coming, like I kind of knew what was going on. But I think that's one of the things with Frida McFadden is that, there's only so many ways to make things different whenever it comes to this style of writing. But she does a good job. She does.
She's
and it's one of those
worthy. Like you really get sucked in. I feel like the
yes.
like short chapters are really great.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. And I really liked The Coworker, how it had like you had your emails as well. So it kind of like broke up how things were presented to you. it was pretty good. I really liked The Coworker. So I hope that you love The Coworker, Betsy, because it really is a good book. I liked that one. So you finished The Mystery of the Yellow Room by Gaston Leroux this morning, and I'll be reading A Necessary Evil. Okay. I have heard good things about Necessary Evil, but I don't know a ton about it, if that makes sense. I just remember hearing a lot of people talking about it. So I hope that you enjoy that. You live in the South. We only have one season with slight variations throughout the year. Yep. I hear you. I hear you. Blueberries grow on a bush, small tree. You don't have to bend over to pick blueberries. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. My back would be like, we're blueberry picking and no strawberry picking, because that is hard. I forgot about that. You liked it. It's your typical popcorn thriller. Yep, where all of the people were awful, but I'm just a sucker for her thrillers. I just eat them up. This will be the 4th one I have read by her. You have, I see this. You have read The Inmate and The Housemaid from her. I've never read The Inmate. But
I gotta look up what the one I just read from her was. It was last month. Do you think I would remember the title? I can picture it.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Okay, Betsy. So if you like books like that, I also have to recommend there, and I've talked about it a bit before. It's called The Housemaid as well, but it's by Sarah Denzel. Sarah Denzel. Cody accidentally listened to that because he thought he was reading or listening to My Housemaid, and he's telling me about it, and I'm like, I just don't remember this. And I'm like, I mean, I just read The Housemaid, so you'd think I'd remember. And then it turns out it's because it was the wrong book. But that one is also very good. Lots of twists and turns. I loved it just as much as the original the other Housemaid.
The other one. Oh, it's Never Lie. That was the one. Loved the premise. I loved reading it. Like, it was fun to read. The ending, I was like, what?
Okay.
It didn't click for me. But
yeah, but that makes me more intrigued. You saying that, you know how they're like, sometimes people say really, like, they keep saying bad things on their channel or whatever to get all these views, but I'm like, but it works because you're like, yeah, that was just weird. And I'm like, was it? What made it weird? Let me go see, Yeah, that's how I am. And you made me even more excited for The Coworker. Good. You love when books include emails, text messages, and messages in general. Yep. And that one does. It took a second because I had to start it on audiobook because I was waiting for my copy to come in from the library. And I was like, what is going on? All of a sudden it changes and we're talking like it's talking like to sender. And I'm like, what is happening? And once I got the book, it was like, oh, emails. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Noted.
I like podcast ones too. Like Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. That was like my book of the month a few months ago. I loved that and had a podcast.
I have yet to do one that has the podcast one, but I want to listen to that one or read that one because I'm intrigued. I want to see that whole process with the podcast.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. There you go. Coming in clutch. I love it. Oh, I have that on my shelf from the library. You plan to read it soon. Okay, good. You'll love it. Well, hopefully, maybe. Everybody's different. You never know. And if anyone likes books with multimedia style books, the book called The Appeal is amazing. The story is told completely in emails, texts, memos, etc. Fun. It's by Janice Hallett. It's good on audio.
Ooh, I'm going to have to look that up.
I was like, going to be on my TBR. All right. That's great. Yes, I love podcast books too. Loved A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. That's another one that I've been very, very interested in, and just
me too.
Haven't gotten around to it because for me, it's hard for me to do library books as I'm literally reading a library book because I have so many of my own books that I really need to read. So
it's always a mix for me. I'm always like,
Yeah, it's bad. So I have now set a goal where I'm not allowed to buy any more books because I'm going to be coming out on Monday. I'll have or sometime this next week, I'll have a video that is showing all the books that we bought in May. And
I have a video coming up today, and it's come book shopping with me, and it's like 30 books, but it was $14 at the library book sale.
Oh, I know. You can't pass it up.
$14.
Yes. Oh, I know.
It could be worse,
Yeah. Yeah, we came home with 50 books, and I was like, because we each had a limit of 25 books apiece. So Cody and I was like, there's no way. There's no way. Girl, we had to put books back. That way we could have 50 books. And whenever it's like, well, they're 50 cents, you know,
Like,
we're
what
going
am
to
I
buy it.
supposed to do with that? Like, they're
Yeah. And
basically paying me to take it almost.
right. Right. And
That rate.
some of these are like huge, well-known, big name books and authors. And so I was shocked. You will love, you need to watch the video whenever I put it out, because the amount of Laura Childs I found, like,
Yep. I'm
almost
so
the
excited.
entire series. I was like, I only have one in this series, but now I think I have all of them. I don't know. I'll have to like look this up, and we'll have to figure out what I have and what I don't have, because
I'm so
yeah,
excited.
I was
But the
shocked at
library
how
book sale, absolutely amazing. I was really nervous. I've never actually like vlogged in public. I just took B-roll like I wasn't talking.
yeah,
But I was like, I feel like I'm gonna get tackled by a librarian, and then nobody cared. I was like,
yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah, most of the time it's just in our heads, but I'm also like I'm that way too, because I'm such an introvert. I was like, I don't want anybody
Yeah,
to even
me
notice
too.
I'm here. You know, like if I could have Harry Potter's invisibility cloak, I would go everywhere in that, just because, which is
Me
odd
too.
with the fact that we're like, we make videos and stuff. I'm like, yeah, but it's because I'm talking to a camera. Like, it's not a person, you know.
Exactly.
It's always interesting. So you love the appeal, and the Christmas appeal is really good
I
also.
want to read that.
I don't know those ones, but no, I'm like, well, I'm already starting a Christmas like TBR in a way, because I want to actually read just Christmas books, but I don't want it to just be, you know, like your Hallmark romance ones. I do love those, don't get me wrong, but I watch those because I'm a huge Hallmark sucker at Christmas time. I'm that person. Yep.
Me too.
So I want to read other things than that, if that makes sense. Hello, how are
Good
you?
morning.
Oh my gosh, I have been buying way too many books. Well, join the train. Like, we're
It
all on this one.
it could be worse. There's so many worse things we could be buying.
I know, I know. Well, and then like Cody and I were like, you know what? We got a lot of boats, or we got a lot of books, and our boat is riding a little low now. So we can't keep buying books. So I had to ban myself. And so now I have created a new way of doing a TBR. That way I can, like, I have to gain the ability to buy new books. So clearly that didn't start until after we went and bought 50 plus
50.
books. So bad. You love your library book sale. It's open every Tuesday and Saturday. What? They get all my
Right.
money every Tuesday and Saturday? So we have one that's like open all the time, but it's not as big of a selection. It's just kind of, you know, like maybe two of these bookcases, and that's it. And then they do like once a year they do a fiction one, which is, or mostly fiction, which is like your adult. Most honestly, it's mostly mysteries at that point. But then they also do like a children's and young adult one, and then they do one that's nonfiction, and then they do one. I want to say it's like your historical, not like not history books, but it's like your old books, ones that have been
Like
around.
classics.
Yeah, but it's like the book itself has been around for a long time, if that
Okay.
makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they have that one in like a small, like, sorry, I gotta adjust my like a small locked room, and I don't know, that one's weird, but the other ones are really cool. Laura Child, she is my favorite cozy author. Best to read hers in order, though. Her character development is the best. Okay, I will make sure to. And I love that hers have recipes and stuff in them, because I'm like, I do my books and baking every Wednesday. So anytime a book has a recipe in it, I plan on doing that one. So I'm excited because then hers actually has those, that's very exciting because that doesn't happen often.
I love the tea shop mysteries. I got a scrapbooking mystery from her, but it's further in the series. So I gotta get some that I need to go
Oh,
back. So I read it
gotcha.
in order. But yeah,
Gotcha.
I love the tea shop
Okay.
one.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out her order. That way I can get started on those because I have so many to go through now. The Christmas appeal is great. You agree with Betsy. And it's super short, more like a novella. Okay. Hey, I'm here for that. Sometimes I just need that little short read, just a little boost to get me through something, you know? And then, Susan, you said your library book sale is run by the Friends of the Library volunteer group. They
Yeah.
have their own store in a glassed-in area in the library lobby. All the money goes to benefit library programming. I love that. That's wonderful. That's
That's kind
wonderful.
of how mine is. It's not glassed in, but it's like its own section and it's there every day of the week. And it's
Yeah.
pretty big, which I'm fortunate about, but yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's like I'm contributing to a good cause when I'm fueling
I
my book
know. I
love.
know. I'm like, I'm helping others get books too, you know? It's
Yeah.
great. It'll be fine. Okay. Well, we are going to go ahead and start our next sprint. I just saw this one. You're doing well. Good. Hope you all are too. We're doing pretty stinking good so far. Doing
Yeah.
pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the next sprint. Like my phone is here somewhere. I feel it, but I can't find it.
Are you looking for the time?
Yeah.
It's 8:47 your time.
8:47. Wow. Oh yeah, because we started late. My bad. My bad. I forgot to do my ambiance thing. Okay, so then let's come back. We're gonna do a long sprint this time. We're gonna come back at the 45, which is almost an hour, and then we will kind of catch up and see where everybody is at. So I will get everything set up, and then we will go to our fun little. I got mystery ambiance today. I hope you guys are excited for it. All right. Well, we will see you guys back at the 45.
Yeah, it's one of six. That's all I got there. You can see what I got there, can't you? You can see what. Right, I've got the last of the left. Yeah, it's one of six. That's all I got there. You can see what I got there, can't you? You can see what. Yeah, I just want to see. That's all I got to do. See what you can.
Come forward.
Yeah, I just want to see. That's all I got there. You can see what I got there, can't you? You can see what I got there. Right, I've got the last and the left. Yeah, just run a 60. That's all I got to do. You can see what I got. Yeah, just run a 60. That's all I got to do. You can see what I got. You can see what I got. No, I don't think you're the talking to somebody. Yes. What's retreat? Yes, yes. Right. You got to get the ticket, sir. Morning, Tom. Morning, Leslie. All right. Yes, the guy down there. 10 to 11, 12. What's the other one? Morning, Bob. Go in. What about your thank you, Father? Anything else for you? What do you think? Morning, George. Yeah, it's really simple. That's all I got there. You can see what I got. You can see. Right, I've got the last That's all I got there. You can see what I got there.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Computer's lagging a second. There we go. We have Sam with us.
Hi.
How are you this morning?
Good.
Yeah, I'm so happy you were able to join.
Yeah, I had my computer decided it needed all the updates this morning. So I'm like, okay, we'll just have a relaxing morning and
Right. It always waits until it's like, hey, do you need me now? And then everything's going to go wrong. Yeah. Yep. I get it. I get it. What was it, like last week before, something like that? I needed my computer because I was going to be doing a sprint with Leandra. And my computer the night before was like, I don't like this charger and I'm not going to accept it. So I had to literally rush that next morning to the closest, like not town, like I had to go to the bigger city because there was only 2 of the chargers that I needed in the entire town. And so I had to go. Luckily, Target had one. So I was able to go there. And then I had to rush all the way back home. And I literally had 5 minutes to spare before I was supposed to be on the sprint. It was insane.
oh my
And so I'm
God.
over here just like, I'm so happy I'm here. I'm so tired. It was bad, but it's okay. It's okay. It was good. What are you reading, Sam?
So I just started The Friend Zone by
Yeah.
Abby Jimenez, which literally yesterday my library got Hoopla. Like I
What?
haven't had it and none of the because I'm not in district to the other local libraries, I couldn't sign up for them. Like for a card, my card wouldn't work, and our local library didn't have it because we're a small town, and they literally just got it yesterday, and they have the Friend Zone on there, and I'm like,
Oh,
perfect.
perfect.
So
That's perfect.
So I'm
Yeah.
tandem reading it.
That's amazing. We so I actually have 3 different library cards, and one of them is it's actually for like about 2 hours away from here, but Cody works up there. So it's like, well, we needed one that way, he can pick up books if we ever need or whatnot. And then sometimes Piper and I will like go to work with him, but we just go to the library up there. And they just got rid of Hoopla this month, and
Oh.
I'm like, no, like they use Libby, which is fine, but I do prefer Hoopla. I don't know why. It's just easier for me, and I like that like multiple people can borrow the same thing, which Libby you have to wait in line for or whatnot. But it's okay. I'm so happy you finally have Hoopla. That's so fun.
Yeah, and it says I get 10 holds or I borrows, which with my Libby, my local one, I only got 5 holds,
Right.
which I didn't know that it's based on like your area for the longest time until my
Yeah.
friends told me, "Oh, I have 20 holds." I'm like, "What?" I
Yeah.
have 5.
Not fair.
I
So
know.
I did sign up for like some online ones, and that's where they have it's like hundreds and hundreds of people that you have to wait for, but now I have
Yeah.
like 15 holds, but
Yeah.
it's nice because I also have like Everend or like Scribd,
Yes.
but that is super limiting too. You
Yes.
listen to
They
like
will tell you that.
one long popular book and then you're done the rest of the month.
Yes. Yeah,
So
when I first signed up, I don't know if anybody else here uses Everend, but I was like going and saving all the different books that I had because I was trying to see, okay, well, what books do I have on my boat that they have there? So then I don't have to worry about trying to get them from Libby or Hoopla or whatnot. And then all of a sudden it was like, hey, this one's not available for a month. And I'm like,
mhm.
well, that's interesting. And then I went to the next one and it was like the same thing. And I'm like, what do you mean for a month? So apparently they don't tell you like when the cutoff is. So I don't
Yeah,
know. You can list to a
and
couple and then you can't.
that's my pet peeve with it too. Like, just tell me how close I
Right.
am.
Right.
Tell me if my listening hours are almost up. Tell me if I'm saving too much, but they don't. So it's all like a
Right.
guessing game.
Right. Like
So,
Spotify, it at least tells you like you have 15 hours and then you're
mhm,
trying to figure out like, okay, well, how many can I squeeze into the 15 hours? So at least they tell you that. I don't love it, but
mhm.
I get it. I get it. So, well, I'm so excited that you got to read that, and I know that you were looking forward to reading it, and I'm excited to hear what you think about it because, I mean, I have not jumped onto the Abby train fully. Like I want to. I'm gearing up for it, but I'm not there just yet. So, Amy, how was your reading?
It was pretty good. I did the mood read. I gave in,
Yeah,
even
hey, that's
though
okay.
I have this one started too, so I'm just kind of a mess. It's chaotic,
Yeah,
but I'm really liking it. It's the 3rd book in this cozy mystery, and the sleuth
hmm
is psychic. It's not like heavily supernatural, but she can kind of like see people's auras or glimmers
yeah,
and kind of get like a little bit of a vibe on like their emotional state and like when they're deceiving people, and I like that.
yeah.
And she's really empathetic, and the mystery's good. So I'm flying through it. I'm like at 70 pages in.
Oh
So
wow, yeah,
yeah, it's pretty
yeah.
fast.
That's awesome.
So I'm excited.
I'm reading The Magic Misfits, and I literally have like 4 pages. It doesn't look like it because there's other.
Nice.
I have like 4 pages left, so I was like,
Woo!
do we show up late so I can finish? No, I don't. But this is very, very good. It's a middle grade book. Sam, you weren't here whenever I talked about it, but it's actually by Neil Patrick Harris, the actor, and
Mm-hmm.
it is very cute. I'm really
Aw.
enjoying it. Like, I mean, there's things that are happening. You're like, that's just so simple, but it's like it's middle grade. It can't be this super in depth, like Wheel of Time sort of setup or whatever. But it's very cute, and apparently it's a whole series. And I'm like, I'll read the rest of them because these are good. These are good. And I'm also doing the audiobook, which I could only find on YouTube. I don't know if you guys ever look on YouTube for audiobooks, but I did find one. And it has like the sound effects and stuff for it, which is really cute. I'm enjoying it. So you
That's
guys should
fun.
read that if y'all want just like a fun, whimsical little thing. So, okay, I need to try and figure out where we left off with the comments. We were talking about library cells, Sam, earlier.
Mm.
And uh, And no, it's probably no shock, but we were talking about the cherry festival. I just
Dang it, I missed out on talking about the cherry festival.
so enamored with it. And then of course Amy's like
Too.
right there with me because she doesn't have one either. So
No, I live in Arizona, so it's yeah.
yeah.
We have cotton, a bit of citrus.
Yeah.
Fruit's not a big thing growth wise here.
Yeah, a lot of people actually don't know that Michigan is the second most diverse state in the United States after California
Really?
in agriculture. So, like,
Wow.
that's always like a fun fact because
cool.
it's so random. Like, people don't know how much like fruit we actually have. We have a lot of vineyards.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then like
Amazing.
random things like sugar beets. And people are like, what are sugar beets? Because most of the states grow sugar cane. They literally look like ginormous radishes, but they're brown and they're sugar beets and they process them into sugar. So that's how we get our sugar here.
Wow.
So like next month I'm actually a vendor at the sugar festival. And it's
my
because the
goodness.
town has a sugar processing factory.
My little
Wow.
Southern heart is just like, oh, are you kidding me? A sugar festival? Like, I am so excited for you.
Yeah.
It's just fun. Literally every little town, like these towns don't even have zip codes and they'll have a festival for like their commodity of choice.
I love it so,
Wow.
And
so
then
much.
we have like the sugar queen and my cousin what is actually like the bean queen, and like your family has to grow these commodities and then you have to answer questions and then you get to ride around in the parades and it's just all cute fun stuff.
Oh my goodness. What a life. I love that.
I feel like I'm missing out.
I know, right? I was over here like, well, we have pumpkin fields, like those are pretty cool. And then I'm like, yeah, but we don't have pumpkin queens. So
Ooh.
Hey.
I will
Literally-
say,
Literally, my town has the pumpkin festival. Like that's what our town is known for. Is
don't
the
take that from
pumpkin
me,
festival.
Sam. It's the only thing we got. What were you gonna say, Amy?
oh, we have great mining towns, like a bunch of old like ghost towns. So
yeah.
I have like a personal fascination with that.
Yeah.
So it's not
That's
edible, but that's fun.
Hey, it's something fun to do. It's something fun to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hiking and cool stuff in Arizona.
Yeah.
Like I love Cave Creek, Arizona.
Yeah.
We have family that has a restaurant there, and like it's all like old fashioned, like saloon type stuff. And
Love
I
it.
think it's really cool. My husband used to live in Arizona, and he used to work at a bar that had like a rodeo, like where you could
Yeah.
ride bulls at it. And I'm like, that's really cool. We don't have that in Michigan.
Oh my goodness. I just need everyone who's on here tell me something really cool that like your area does that, other people probably don't know about. So like where I went to high school, it was about maybe an hour from here. It was in Oklahoma. We had it's called Runestone, and it actually is where Vikings camped out. And so like they may have all these markings and stuff on all the rocks and things. And I'm like, I mean, it's kind of weird because we're not actually like close to the ocean and stuff. So is it legit? I don't know, but that's what we're super known for. And they do like the Runestone Festival and they do like steampunk festivals. I feel like I could talk about like festivals forever because I love them so much. And I never get to go to like fun ones. Well, we are going to a Renaissance fair today, guys. I'm just saying, like,
I love those. Those are so fun.
It's been the last time I went was in high school, and my half sister was getting married at the festival, which was really cool. And so then I don't remember a lot, but I remember that they did like a jousting round, and like her and her husband got to be the king and queen of the jousting. And I was like,
That's so cool.
like what a great thing. Not me. I've never done that. But that's okay. It's okay. Anyways, I feel like people are like, every time I come here, all I talk about is festivals, but it's like, I cannot get past this. Sam and I were literally still talking about it last night. I cannot get over it because they also have an ice cream that's literally the city, like cherries, whatever. I can't remember. It starts with the T, whatever.
Yeah, the Traverse City. So it's really big. Like tart cherries. we're number one of, and Traverse City, Michigan, that has the festival, they're number one in the entire United States in the production of like the tart cherries. So it's pretty well known in Michigan. Like you can go at almost every store and get like ice cream or even like dried cherries, like chocolate covered cherries, just because like it's all pretty local to us. But
Yeah.
since dairy farming is really big in Michigan and we have so many co-ops that process the milk, a lot of the times they'll work with each other's company. Like we have a local gourmet ice cream shop that takes the local milk from our dairies, the local sugar from the sugar beets, and then fruit, all that kind of stuff, and they make their own ice cream.
That's
And
amazing.
yeah, it's just like
That is
I
so
love
cool.
everyone supporting like
Yeah.
all
We
the
all
little
support each other.
industries.
I love
I
that.
love
And you get ice
that.
cream out of it, which is
Yeah.
delicious. So
Oh, that's something we do have. We have like a huge range of prickly pear, like jams, candies, like all these different like I think there's like prickly pear like if you drink like alcoholic beverages, like they have so many prickly pear things, which
Yeah.
I think it's fine, but people think
Awesome.
that's kind of fun, you know?
I love that.
Okay, we're gonna start getting to comments. Otherwise, I could literally talk about this all day, and people probably get really tired of my fascination with it. So I think we left off here. You can't remember where you saw this. Hold on, I'm gonna try and adjust these a little bit. Oh, I'm just gonna do this real quick. But I saw someone who does a sticker chart where they get a sticker each time they read a book they already own. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm having to do. I will have a video out down the road where it will explain more of how I'm doing that. Sam, in case you missed that, I am not allowed to buy books. I have to like earn being able to buy books because we did happen to buy 50 plus books this last month, and it's like we can't keep doing that. So anyways, then after a certain number of those, they are allowed to buy another. I want to try that. Yeah, I think something like that is such a good, it's a wonderful thing for us, because it's also for someone like me who like I like to achieve things. I like to have goals and like follow those goals. That's a really good thing for me to do. So I'll do something along those lines. That's great, Amy. I wish ours was available every day. Thank goodness it isn't. My bank account couldn't take that. She's talking about the library sale. So yeah, agreed.
It's a hazard.
Yeah. I'm not allowed to look at those because I'll buy too much. Good morning, all. Loving this readathon. I'm reading, listening to Skyward as I need to finish it by the 28th. It's included on Audible until then. Yeah. And then you said the 29th. Yep. So it is the 29th. If you guys have Audible, you want to listen to Skyward, it's only available on there until the 29th. And then they're going to change it to where you do then have to purchase it. So Skyward is really good. Okay. I do need to adjust this. I didn't think about the comments whenever I was like, what's going on? Okay, hold on. Well, now Sam's not even on there.
It's
Give me
fine.
a second, guys. We'll get there. There's so many like options. I'm like, I've never had to use those yet. So let me find this layout where it has like everyone together. We're just gonna do group layout. Does that have everyone in it? Let's see. Group layout. Oh. Nope, now it's just me. Hold on.
Hey,
we'll get
there we go.
There we go. Okay. All right. My goodness. Okay, we got there. So hello, everyone. Doing some productive things this morning and mopping the floors. But at some point, you'll be reading Ninth House for the Lassies. Ooh, okay. I don't know anything about Ninth House, but sounds good. Oh, and hi, Stacy. Sorry. I didn't say that. But hi, Katie. You finished your book. You're submitting it now. That's awesome. Okay, guys, just know your points are probably going to be a little behind because I do have to manually go in and put your points into all your things. So if you're submitting them, they will eventually be up there, but we will be gone for the day. So it'll be this evening. But so it won't be like real time thing. If anybody knows how to make your spreadsheet also combine with your forms to where it will automatically do this stuff, let me know. Hi, Hubs. Nice to meet you. Cody did that earlier too, and he was like, "Oh no." So, hi Sam. You love the color you chose for your shirt. It matches her. Yeah, I know. Isn't that lovely? My friend Donna got it, and I was like, "Oh!" And Amy's wearing hers, guys, and I'm not wearing mine. I really dropped the ball today.
You wore them earlier.
I did. And it was, I'm pretty sure we weren't even like doing the readathon at that time. And I was just like, I'm going to wear it because I love it. But anyways, yeah, I love the color of your shirt and it matches your book, which I thought was really cute. When you held it up earlier, it was like,
well, and it's my favorite color. So I'm like, I have to.
Yeah. I tried to do like, what are the most like commonly bought colors of shirts? And then I was like, and I don't care if no one else wants the pink, I do. So we're going to have a pink option. That way I can get the pink shirt.
Pink's
but
pretty.
A lot of people want that, which was great. Good morning, Laura. Was still asleep when you started. That's okay. You hopped on 5 minutes before sprint ended. That is just fine, as did Sam, which is great. It's just fine. Hello, other Laura. You have 50 pages left of your book. Ooh, you can do it. We're going to do another sprint. You're going to get really far, if not finished. I have faith in you. You're reading Less Than Frank by Lynn Bullock. I'm not sure how you say that name. Bullock? Like Sandra Bullock, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what that one is. You'll have to let us know if you like it. Courtney, you finished From Blood and Ash. Girl, finally. 4 stars since it started out slow. Just threw in my second load of laundry. Girl, you're just getting it done today. She said, I'm finishing books. I'm doing laundry. Love it. Love it. Hi, Betsy. You made it 32 pages into your book, and some suspicious things are already happening. Woo! Because she's reading The Coworker, by the way, by Frida McFadden. I don't know if you read that one. And so when she says suspicious things, I was like, yes, I know. I know what you're talking about. It's going to get good, girl. You're going to love it. Luckily, our library has Libby and Hoopla. Ooh, look at you. Our Hoopla doesn't have very many checkouts per day, so I use another library for Hoopla. Yeah, I think mine's like all over the board. Because we have the 3 different cards. I have one that's like you can get 5, and then I have another where you can get like, I think it's 8, and then the one that we're no longer allowed to use because they stopped using Hoopla had 10, which was wonderful. So I was like, I can get all of the reading. But I'm actually shocked at how many books Hoopla doesn't have it compared to Libby. So I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know how those two things work, but it's weird. But April, you finished the Winter House Mysteries, the 3rd book. Good job. 5 stars for you. You loved the whole series. Now you're deciding between The Hawthorne Legacy or Without a Trace by Colleen Coble. Okay, well, my vote is for The Hawthorne Legacy only because I am currently in my live through everybody else phase, and I'm going to do that because I've yet to read anything in the Inheritance games, which really saddens me. And I was thinking about that the other day and was like, Maddie, next year when we do the Mystery and Mayhem readathon, there we go. We're going to make the masterminds actually have red covers because it makes it like blood, kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But then every series, that's what they do. Like, the Inheritance game is green, blue, and red. And then the Thursday Murder Club is red, green, and blue. Like, I really missed the mark on that one, guys. I am so sorry. I was like, let's do white. Like, who? No. So anyways, you should read The Hawthorne Legacy. All that to say. You love Hoopla and Libby. You have not been happy with Everett. I know. You paid for the fee for 1 year up front, and I haven't been able to check out anything in months. I will not be renewing Everett. I like it, but I don't. It is so hard because, like we were saying, you just don't know where you're at with it. And so I never know if I listen to this one, am I not going to be able to listen to anything else? And they do have a good selection of like free ones to listen to, but you also don't know when you go in at the beginning of the month, like, is this one of their free ones or is this one of the ones that's going to count against me? So I think that if enough people make an uproar about it, maybe they'll change some things. I don't know.
And my biggest thing I honestly don't like about it is the speeds. Because you can go from 2x to 2.5 or 2.5 and there's like no in between. And I'm like,
yeah.
I really, or maybe it is like 2.5, but it's not like, I even noticed like with Hoopla and with Libby, like where you can really adjust it if it, you need it to be a little bit slower. With Everett, there's like a big gap. Yeah. And I'm like, I need it a little faster and a little slower. And it's either one or the other, especially if I'm tandem reading.
Yes, that's very true. That's very true. I didn't think about that until you just said that, but it's like, yeah, I was having that same issue because like I don't necessarily need to add 2, but 2.5 is a little bit fast, so I want like in between. So yeah, I get that. But I mean, I don't know. You can at least try out Everand. Some people will love it. I'll probably stick with it for a little bit. I don't know. You also have Audible and Libro FM. Love that Libro FM gives a portion of my monthly subscription cost to the independent bookstore of my choice. Yeah, I do love that. I have not signed up for Libro. We kept going back and forth between that or Audible just because those are expensive, and you only get 1 credit, which is sometimes rough. And so then I'm like, I hoard my credits like a dragon hoards gold because I'm like, what do you use this on? I don't want to make the wrong choice. So we did go with Audible this go around just because I needed Skyward. But I don't know. We might try Libro. And Amy, we have cotton too. So you see, you're not alone.
Yeah.
You're not alone. That is something that I bet does grow pretty well in the dry heat. Sam, doesn't Michigan have great blueberries?
Yep. Just outside of town, there's a huge blueberry farm from us. And even my mom will drive like 30 minutes just because the one in my area is really, really like well established. And you go and you weigh your bucket before, and then you fill it up and pick as many blueberries you want. And then you weigh it after and you pay like per pound.
Wow. I love that. New goal unlocked. Gotcha. We have a sugarcane farm here in my little South Georgia town. Love it. And then she says, Amy, me too. Well, if it'll show, hold on. There we go. You love ghost towns. Loved my visit to Arizona. You have family in Arizona. That's awesome. We went to Arizona when I was like 5th or 6th grade. I don't remember. All I remember was that I was like, Mom, it is so hot here. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
But I was at that age where we don't appreciate stuff very much. Yeah, that was that. And our RV caught on fire. So that was cool, but whatever. Yeah, we survived. It was fine. Like, it was just I don't know how to explain it. It was the bottom of the RV. And so, of course, like, we pulled it over and my dad got it all out. And he's really good with cars and stuff. So he was able to fix it all up. But it was like, in the middle of nowhere. This is good. So, Stacy, you live in Maine. We have blueberries, potatoes, and lobster. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Maine, their lobster. I mean, lobster isn't a vegetable, but hey, it works. We have a lot of festivals and stuff surrounding lobster. I bet you do. I'm a big fan of lobster. So I would go to those festivals. And you mean people definitely know about it, but the Kentucky Derby. Oh, yes. Yes, I've never been to that. Probably never will. Not that I don't want to. It's just, I guess I kind of live close to Kentucky-ish. Closer than Maine. I live closer to Maine, or to there than Maine. And your little town is known as the azalea capital of the county. Oh, I bet that is gorgeous. Most of the azaleas sold around the country come from my town. That is amazing. Oh, we do a hot air balloon festival. We do have one of those. I forgot. It's so small. It's like 3 hot air balloons, but they're so cool. You love going to watch all of them take off at dusk. We also have a fat 5K. You eat the entire time you walk and run? What? It's basically a huge party. Oh my gosh. That is so funny. Wow.
I don't think I could run and eat. I think I'd get sick. Walking, yes, but that's impressive.
So there. Okay, please don't judge Arkansas. But this also, you'd probably be like, yeah, I figured if this was going to happen anywhere, it'd probably be Oklahoma or Arkansas. They have this run, like a marathon, that you can do. And it's called like the Moon Run. And people will literally, like, it's just drinking the whole time. And they'll literally run in the buff. Like, mooning.
Wow.
A moon run. And it's at night. Yeah. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, I would not be participating in that. But
like Arkansas, we don't have like wide open fields and things like that. Like, you're running in forest, and I'm just like, your little hangy bits are gonna get caught. Like, let's not even tempt. Yeah,
and the bugs.
Oh, I know.
I've been to Arkansas in the summer, and I could not believe. I was like, you couldn't go camping outside because the amount of frogs and bugs. The
Yes.
sound was insane.
Yes.
It was so loud.
Yes, which is why, like, if we ever went to anywhere other than here and it's quieter at night and we're camping, we're like, man, we just can't sleep because like we're so used to always constantly having sound. Like if you walk outside our boat, the amount of mosquitoes is absolutely insane. Where like if it's dead silent everywhere else, you still hear a humming because of the amount of mosquitoes flying around. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
It's bad.
We have like the cicadas here, so they like making their little.
I like those though. They make fun noise.
They do.
But I like the noise. I don't know why. I don't like the bug, but their noise is pretty cool. That's how I feel about crickets too. Also known for our pecans. How do y'all say pecans? Pecans or pecans?
Pecans.
Pecans.
Oh no, it's just me.
But I like how you say it better.
Pecans.
I feel like it
It's
depends
like
on what I'm
caramel.
saying. Like if I'm saying like pecan pie or pecan ice cream, like I'll say it differently based on what it is. Why? I don't know.
Yeah. It's again just like you were saying, just like with caramel or caramel. I think I usually say caramel because I think we're lazy in the South is what happens, and we don't want to say all the words or all the letters, or sometimes we'll add letters. Like a lot of people will say we washed instead of washed. Yeah, I don't do that. So, you know, I'm a little more sophisticated, I guess. I don't know. But it took me a while whenever we finally like we were in the South and people added R's to everything. It took me a while to talk like understand what they were talking about. Because they'd be like, yeah, I had to go wash my shoulder, and they'd like add another R in there, and I'm like, it's a shoulder. Like, I don't know. And they were talking about their shoulder. And I was like, gosh, I need a translator. Like, I just couldn't get it. And now I'm so used to it. But whenever I hear Northern people, I'm like, I don't know what that means either. And it's like super weird.
When I was selling like the robotic milkers for like dairy farms, I would work at the Kentucky, like the Louisville, Kentucky farm show. And so you get people from Kentucky, you get like Southern Ohio, and I mean, people all over come to this event, and it's for all types of farming. Well, people really like the robotic milkers. So I would talk to a lot of people who have nothing in the dairy industry, but the accents, there were some people, I get pretty good at it, like when you're around them enough, but there were some, it felt like a whole nother language because you could just tell, even like Southern Ohio, they get a very thick accent, and it's really hard for me to understand. But the longer I was there, the more I was starting to like pick up on things.
Yeah. Or we have like weird phrases like marrying Cody. Eye-opening experience because he will say some of these like really for the longest time he kept talking about how he needed tinny hoppers, and I was like, I don't know what a tinny hopper is. So I'm sitting there like trying to figure it out, trying to look around. Girls, those are shoes, like tennis shoes. And I'm like, oh, what? And he's like, yeah, like, you know, 10 toes, so tinny, and then like hoppers because you like hop around in them. I was like, I don't hop anywhere, so that would have never crossed my mind. yeah Fun. The things that he says that weird Southern phrases, which I'm sure the North has weird phrases too, but I think they're just funnier when they're said in a really Southern accent. Like
I love the South stuff. Like, I think that's like why I loved Hannah Montana, because like she would say some of like the really like Southern fun sayings.
Yes, which is Cody to a T. It is the cutest. It is the absolute cutest thing. He didn't do that until we were married. So I think he was afraid of what I think about it. And then we're married, and I'm all of a sudden like, who are you? What are these words that you're saying? Yeah, it was bad. So sorry. Okay, so Susan, so in fact, for a time, all of the almonds and Hershey chocolate bars came from my town.
That's cool.
My goodness. These cool little towns. I'm loving it. Okay, and I'm assuming your name is said Jeannie, right? I'm pretty sure I saw that before, where it's literally Jean E. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. But I'm originally from Baltimore, so Preakness, baby. I don't know what that means, but you do. That's great. The biggest festival in Austin is, South by Southwest. I do know of that one. I remember when it started, it was practically not in Austin. And now the city is overrun by celebrities and tourists. Yep, it's crazy. Yes.
You know what's crazy too? My sister-in-law is a coordinator for South by Southwest.
Really? Wow, that's amazing.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So I used to live Laura, you may know where this is, but I used to live in Denton, which is about, I think it was like 4 hours from there, maybe a little less. I can't remember. But everyone would always want to go down to South by Southwest because it's this huge festival. But then we started realizing, like, wow, it's affecting us up here, which is insane that it was that far away and it was still affecting us. So we were like, well, we're not going because it's already crazy enough in Denton. So that's amazing, though. Small world, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll hop out of at the next sprint. We have family game night on Saturday.
Fun.
Your time zone is 7 hours ahead. That's right, Stephanie. Hey, you enjoy game night. We did game night last night and we had the best time. And I hope that you have a fun time. Don't feel bad about hopping out. This will be our last sprint because I'm going to have to get ready for my Renaissance Festival. Got to go. My best friend's bringing me a costume because she refused for me not to dress up. And I'm like, what am I going to wear?
Dress up.
Do you see? And I would have if we didn't plan this a week ago. But,
yeah,
don't have the time. Plus, I don't have the space to store costumes on a boat. So, you know, you got to be picky. It's fine. In April, the Hawthorne Legacy, it is. Yes, I really enjoyed the Inheritance games. Total Knives Out vibes. I love
that movie.
Knives Out. I was actually going to ask everybody if we wanted to try and figure out how to do a movie night with the readathon, and we would watch Knives Out because a lot of people love that movie. So if you guys want to have a movie night sometime this during the readathon, let me know so I can try and figure out how to set that up. But I love Knives Out.
I love that idea.
Have you guys seen it?
Mm-mm.
Yes. I love it.
You also haven't watched Princess Bride. Okay, so we're gonna do a lot of movie
I haven't
nights.
watched Princess Bride.
What? Oh my
I'm
god!
not the only one.
Yeah. I was affected as deeply as I was with that. That's okay. We will have a Princess Bride or movie night sometime. We gotta wait. I gotta get this mystery stuff done first.
Mm-hmm.
But then we'll go because y'all are in for a treat with that one. I love it so much. Okay, so awesome. I'll be honest, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to the Derby, but I have gone to Derby parties before and they are fun. So our Derby parties kind of like we do tailgate parties for football. I mean, I don't, but other people do. Is that kind of the same thing? I don't know.
Like a Super Bowl party?
Yeah, maybe something like that.
I know one of my friends, they'll do like a brunch and then they'll wear they'll dress up with fancy hats and all that kind of stuff to watch it.
Oh, see, I'd only want to do it for the hats. But then I'm like, what do I do with the hat the rest of the year? I don't know. You're so welcome, Stephanie. I hope that you have a great day as well. Hopefully see you on the next one that we do. And no, you don't think I'll ever go to the Derby in person either. It's way too expensive these days. Yeah, I've been told that. So if it ever happens to be in our budget, we might go, but it's not something I'm going to really plan for. And Stacey, that's fair. That's featured in Charlotte's Web, actually. The fair that's featured in Charlotte's Web happens in the next town over from me. It still happens that's a real fair. I never knew that.
I love that so much.
33 years old and had no idea. Okay. Do you go there? Do you ever visit this fair? Or is it one of those things like, well, it's always here and it just kind of, you know how we can get annoyed with things that tourists love in our place? Is that one of those things? Wow, I had no idea. Oh, the hangy bits. Yep. I'm just saying. I would not, if I was a dude, I would not want to get snagged on a bush. And you say, okay, hold on. That's not pecan or is that pecan? Yeah, pecan. Yeah. Wow, phonetics. I got it. Pecan. Okay. That's how I say it, right? How do I say it? Now I'm wondering.
I think that's how you said it.
I was like, hold on. I had to really sound that out. Yeah, okay, so we say it the same. My bad. We're just going to act like that didn't happen. We say in my family, since we are transplants, pecans, yep. Unless talking about pie, which is what you were just talking about. Then it's pecan pie. Okay. Wow, I love the fact that we all say something different. But then I think I do the same thing too, depending upon what I'm talking about, is how I'll sometimes say the word. So I need a translator when I moved to Georgia. Oh, I bet I've been to Georgia, and that's one of those places where I struggled for sure. Cody thrived, but I struggled. You're in Kentucky, but thankfully my accent isn't that bad. I definitely don't add R's into things like a lot of people from my hometown. Yeah, it's a thing. It really is a thing, and I didn't understand it when people used to make fun of us. I was like, "Why would you do that?" And then I started hearing people do it, and it's like, "Oh, it's because I don't, but others do." And it's prominent. Like, it's not just a select few. I went to high school was really rough for some of the people around me because they were like, "Spell it out," and they're like, "We are," and then they add an extra R, and you're like, "That does
Ooh.
no." Yeah, it was weird. It was bad, but okay, I got it right. Good job. Oh, that's cute. G, knee. I like that. I like that. Preakness is the second jewel of the Triple Crown, Kentucky
Yeah.
Derby. Okay, Preakness and the Belmont, what? Belmont Stakes. They are the three races that make up the Triple Crown. Okay, I'm learning so much today. I knew none of this stuff. Your cousin lives in Denton, so you know exactly where that is. I love Denton. It's massive now compared to whenever I lived there. But we go and visit quite often because I have a lot of family and friends from there. So down for a movie night to watch Knives Out. Love it. All right. I will figure out what I need to do to make that happen for us. So that will be happening. Let me know. Maybe say in the Discord. I might put something up, and then you guys can comment like when you think the best time or times would work for you guys, so we can try to get as many people that want to watch this on there as possible. You live in Virginia, and where you live, they have a festival of the leaves every fall where people come from all over to see because we have the national park near us. I don't even know how you say that. Shit.
Shenandoah.
Yeah, I'm like sounding
That
out
sounds good.
earlier didn't go
I
well.
feel like I've heard it said before, and now like reading it, I'm like, I can't say it, but
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, that is awesome. I would love things that have to do like fall. I'm obsessed with fall. And I think it's because it's like one of the only seasons that we have here that it's actually really pretty. And because we have Arkansas is covered in trees, like it's the foresty state. And it's literally like the natural state is what it's called. And so you would go on like all these roads and all you just see are the different changing trees. And so you have like all the browns and reds and oranges and yellows and stuff. Oh, it's gorgeous. I love it so much. So we're huge fans of fall. The leaves changing in the fall is beautiful, especially at the national park and the mountain areas with the overlooks. I bet I love, 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 love leaves changing. Yes, they're like a super party. Okay, but for the Derby, perfect, perfect. Now we all know. The more you know. You go every year. It only happens over Labor Day weekend, so it still feels special. That is amazing. Man, I had no idea. Oh, E.B. White lived in the area. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Something I never knew as well. And Sam's right. That's how you say it. Well, there you go. Good
I am
job.
so bad with pronunciation, so that is a definite win for me.
You did great. You did great. Okay, well, we are at the end of that. I'm going to have to do a short sprint, like pretty short, because I'm going to have to, get up and get going and stuff. So let's do until the 15th. So it's almost an hour, but not quite. No. Sorry, I lied. I can't do math. Let's do until the top of the hour. There we go. The top of the hour. That way we have a little bit of time that we can come and we can talk. And then Maddie can go and rush off to the Renaissance Fair. So I'll get everything set up and we will do another sprint. All right.
Perfect.
So let me get this going.
That's all I got to do. See what I got to do. You can see what. Right, I've got the last bit of that. Yeah, it's relatives. That's all I got there. You can see what I got here. Can't you? You can see what I got here. Right, I've got the last of the yeah, it's relatives. That's all I got there. You can see what I got here. Can't you? You can see what I got here. Right, I've got the last of the That's one of 60. That's all I got there. You can see what I got. You can't. You can see what I got there.
Hello, hello. Did you guys get a lot of reading done in that really short sprint? It went by so fast.
Pretty good. Just, I don't know,
Yeah.
like 50 pages. I started a different book though.
Oh no.
I can't pick, but
Yeah.
now I have 3 books going at once, so that's great.
Yeah. So were you a little deterred because, well, y'all might not be able to see it, but Hannah, she had just finished reading that and she was like, it was a 1 star.
Really?
Oh,
no. No, I haven't.
Yeah, I really want to read that one. And so I was like, oh no. When she says that, it makes me a little like apprehensive.
Ooh, I don't know. I've read a couple Megan Miranda's. I don't think any were 5 stars, but I've liked them, so
Yeah.
I'm hopeful. Is it Darling Girls? Was that no? That was Sally
That was
Hepworth.
like
No, wait,
Sally,
who was
yeah.
that? There was one with this like car that was sunken in the middle of a lake. Why can't I picture it? I gotta look at my Goodreads now. Because there's like several Megans I read thrillers from, and then I get them all confused, like Megan
Yeah.
Golden as well, and I'm like, I can't keep them straight.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Sam, how did you do?
I only got like 30 pages read. I got distracted at first, but I'm loving this.
Yeah.
There is a lot of swearing, and the one main character, he is a firefighter slash paramedic. So I don't know, to me it fits. Like I feel like
Yeah.
that is a profession where they swear, and like he used to be a Marine and all that kind of stuff. So to me,
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So and
Yeah.
the girl has a small business, and it's for her little dog that she has, like clothes and accessories and stuff.
Oh.
And so that's like really resonating with me because I mean, I have a small business, but I used to make matching dog mom and pet accessories, like the bandanas. I would do bandanas and scarves and hats so that you could match your pet. So like
You're like, this
I'm
is
feeling
me.
this very much right now.
Oh my goodness. That sounds super cute. That sounds super cute. And so you have read some of her other ones, right? This isn't your first, Abby Jimenez?
Yeah, I've read Part of Your World and Yours Truly.
Yeah.
And
Do
those
you
were
think
both
like
5 stars. So,
are their writing styles still similar, or did she do like they're pretty different because they are technically different series?
I feel to me they're the same. I feel already like super connected.
Yeah.
I feel like she writes conversations so naturally. And like she's great with banter. So to me it feels very similar to the her
Yeah.
later like newer series since this was like some of her first stuff. So
Gotcha.
I'm loving it so far.
Good. Good. I'm so happy. I cannot wait to hear. Seriously. I'm so excited to hear what you think about that because I keep debating like, do I start with Part of Your World? Or do I start in her other series? And I don't know. We'll see. We'll
I would
see.
say start with Part of Your World because that I don't know a lot about this one and I know
Yeah.
people really enjoy it too, but I feel like if you read A Part of Your World, you'll know if you want to read more of her or not.
True.
And I think that's like some of her best work that I
Yeah.
can vouch for. So that's what I would start. And that's
Gotcha.
what I've done anyway so far too. So
Well, then I'll probably just do that. Because I have been really, really excited to get into that book because I love the premise of it. So I finished my book. I mean, had enough time to finish the 4 pages I needed to finish. And it was so cute. I really, really enjoyed that book. I am very excited to get the other ones from the library eventually, but I enjoyed it. So now I'm going to be reading Thursday Murder Club, and then also, do you guys know the Spiderwick Chronicles?
Mhm.
Okay, I've never read them, but apparently he did in another book, and it's like she's huge, she's super thick. But I want to read this because he also did all of the illustrations himself. So the author wrote and illustrated. I'm like, that is amazing.
Wow.
that's
I
cool.
know.
Talent.
So I know. I'm like, you literally are only going to get one or the other from me. I cannot do both. That's amazing. So I'm excited to read this one, and I'm going to bring it with me just in case. The other one, it's like I just middle grade is what I do whenever I just need to like escape and not really have to do a lot of thinking. You know what I mean? And so I'm excited to bring that one with us as well. But like, I just have to show y'all. Like, look at this. Aren't those amazing?
Wow. Yeah, that's
I'm
beautiful.
obsessed. I know, I'm obsessed. So, anyways, all that to say, I did finish my book, and I'm going to have to start another one soon. And we're going to figure out where I left off and kind of get to a couple of the comments. This will be just like our little sign off because I'm going to have to go soon. But I think we left off on Sam was right. That's how you spelled it. We're going to just throw that back out there that you were correct. And let's change that. That way we can all see each other. So Knives Out watch party. We're all here for it. I did just put a poll in the Discord if you guys want to go and say like whether you want to watch it. And then if you do, comment what date, time, any of that sort of stuff that you can possibly give. That way we can find the most popular time. And you finished one of your books during that sprint, A Snicker of Magic. It's a middle grade book, ages 8 to 12. It was so good, had me happy crying at the end. Oh, I would love it because I'm a middle grade junkie, apparently. I did not know this about myself until recently.
I just want you to know that when the last time we were sprinting together, I looked up How to Train Your Dragon and the box set is on Amazon for like under $60. And
Really?
there's I think like 8 to 10 books. So I'm like I
Ooh,
feel like that's a good price.
That
yes.
is.
They said I was reading the
Yeah,
reviews. They said it's different than the movies, but the parents are like, I love this as much as my
I love
kids.
it. Okay.
So I'm like, that's good. I'm gonna have to
I'm
get
like,
that.
we're gonna figure out something where we can all read those together
Yes.
because yeah, we didn't know, Amy, that that How to Train Your Dragon were books. And we were talking about, and I had just randomly saw one at the thrift store the other day, and I was like, is that true? Like, is that not? Is that really it? And I didn't get it just because I wanted to look more into it. And then I forgot, but Sam remembered, praise the Lord. And she just realized, like, yeah, it's a thing. It's an actual thing. And I love How to Train Your Dragon. That is one of my favorite animated movies. And so
That's
I'm
good.
like, surely the book's going to be good too. And if it's being praised that much, we'll have to figure out a way to make this all work where we can all read
Definitely.
it. I would love that. I would love that. So Courtney didn't get any reading done, but that's okay. But your recent book purchases on your shelves and book purchases on your shelves and picked up around the house. Girl, you got to do it. I understand. It's got to happen. And if you have to use our sprints to get it done, by all means, please do. And perfect timing. You just finished chapter 7. You're on page 63 now. It's getting really good. Yes. I'm like going to be anticipating when you say something about like, oh, I just got to the twist. I can't wait for that because she's reading The Coworker. Betsy's reading The Coworker. Sorry, Cody's right here. I'm not just talking to a made-up person. Not home. So, yeah, I'm excited for you. Did you read The Coworker?
Yes, I think so.
Did
Was
you?
that Frida McFadden?
Uh-huh.
I think I read that one, and then The Teacher.
Okay.
And then I don't remember what all I've read from her now.
Okay.
But I think I have read that one.
I could have been talking to him, and he's like, no idea. But I forget what he reads and what I've read. So you've read 30 pages. You have 20 left. Girl, you're going to get it, Laura. I told you you'd get at least close. Maybe not finish it, but you got close. And yeah, what are you reading, Sam, again? It's called
The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. So this is the first one, and a lot of people know like Happily Ever playlist. It's part of that series. So this is the first one of that, the Happily Ever After playlist series.
It sounds like such a cute series. And then Betsy asked the same thing. So here you go. There's your answer. And Betsy, you love Abby as well. You have read Part of Your World and Yours Truly. I want to read her backlist books now, and I have her newest book on my shelf to read. So I only own her newest book because I call it like a heart shopping whenever I see something and I'm like, well, my head says no, but my heart says yes, so we're going to do it. And I bought it only because I kept hearing Hannah and Heather in my head. And so I did buy it. But I have to read the other two first. So middle grade is awesome. Yes, it is. Some of them cover such deep emotions topics, but in a way accessible for kids. It's just awesome and so needed for kids to help them navigate stuff sometimes. I completely agree. I really love it. This book, the one that I just finished, was very, very good because you had a boy who lost his parents pretty early on. And then you have a girl who was also in she grew up in an orphanage until she was adopted. And so you have these two different sides who are like trying to, understand who they are, where they come from, things like that, but also realizing like it's not necessarily always like who you are doesn't always have to rely on your past. It can also rely on like, okay, well, what do I want to be? Who do I want to be? And the people around you who are going to support you in that. And so it was very sweet. Of course, I'm like, I just love you little kids. Y'all are so cute, and like they're doing all this magic and stuff. And it was cute. It was very, very cute. I really enjoyed it. And I agree. And Cody is coming in and he's saying, I'm about to finish up The Lying Woods. Quite a bit of language, but it's good. Yeah, it was so funny. So he put his earbuds in and he turns on The Lying Woods and he's like, oh, okay. Cursing like right off the bat.
Like 1 minute in.
Yeah, it was so funny, which like it doesn't bother us, but whenever you're listening to it, like I feel like you pick up on it way more because it's just like and we're listening to it a lot faster. So you're going to get to the words a lot faster than if you were, reading it or whatever. But that was just so funny. I just hear him in the kitchen. I see him put the earbud in and oh, okay. Like, gotcha. Yeah, and middle grade is pretty amazing because they are usually cleaner books. That's true. And I don't know if there's like you have to have a gorgeous cover to be middle grade, but they tend to have really pretty covers. And as we all know, I'm a cover snob. And so I don't understand like why they have to be. Maybe because like kids' attention, you would need to grab a kid's. What does that say about me? Where it's like their covers are what grab my attention.
Ooh.
I don't
all
know.
The colors, shiny.
Yes, and maybe like I really love drawn art, so I can appreciate all of the the adult books that have like really pretty photography and stuff like that. But like this one that has the drawn art, I love that. Because it's like, to me, it's just a whole other level of art that I can't do, but I appreciate.
Like this. It's so beautiful.
Yes.
I just adore it.
I love it. So I think I'm just drawn to those things. And bright colors, anything that's pastel, that's me.
Well, we're a visual people.
Yeah, visual
literally
people.
Everything is by sight. I mean, you look at all your fast food commercials, it's all bright colors and beautiful food, and
right.
your shopping commercials and stuff like that.
Right.
All your ads everything is all about beauty. So
I just realized that's like I see him and you guys don't, and it's just like this ominous voice just coming over. He's like, "We're visual people." But I was gonna show, oh yeah, like okay, so this is one of my favorite books too. But like this cover, that is in middle grade, and it is so cute, and I love that it's actually shiny gold. I'm like, ooh, all of them, the whole series.
I love it when the letters are raised, like when you run your hand
when it's embossed.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And Jeannie was just about to say that kids don't like boring covers. They don't, and that's totally understandable. I have bought, Piper has a lot of books. I mean, who are her parents, so it makes sense. But she will not read the ones that have boring covers. I'm like, I accidentally raised you like that. Yeah, her current favorite book is Dragons Love Tacos. If y'all have not read that one, it is so
sounds fun.
It is so cute because it's about dragons who love tacos, but they don't like spicy. And it's so funny because you would think it'd be the opposite, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they don't like spicy. And so she loves that book, which is a great transition from the three Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Because that is such a short book, and when you have to read it over and over and over again, I was ready to move on, and we finally have. So yeah, this one's very cute.
Or even R.C. Sproul books are just
we have some. Yeah, you love good cover. You're a person who totally judges a book by its cover. I love middle grade book covers. They always don't mean it's so true. It's so true. I'm obsessed with them. I always look for them. It's really the only reason I buy them is based off of what they look like, because I don't feel like there's a ton of people who talk about middle grade all the time. Although Leandra just put one up yesterday, a video about like horror thriller middle grade books. And I was like, well, shoot, dang, I didn't know I wanted these, but now I have a long list that I'm going to be looking for. Yeah, his ominous voice adds the ambiance.
Oh, that's so funny. Welcome to the cottage.
Oh my goodness, he's so weird. Dragons Love Tacos is such a great kids book. It really is. It's very, very cute. We have a great time with it. Piper is all about it. We love dragons, dinosaurs, pirates, all that stuff. Tacos. Yep. We do love tacos. And you want to start writing middle grade books. It's a dream, hope, plan. That is amazing. I love that. I would love to be a writer, but it's just not going to probably happen. Like, I don't know. I'd rather read somebody else's work, I guess. I come up with all these ideas, but Maddie, did you take part in middle grade March? Some great titles this year. So yes and no. I didn't learn about it until it was like halfway through. And then I kept hearing other people talk about it. But I was never really able to I don't know. I just didn't know a ton about it, but I did participate. And technically I always participate because I'm always reading middle grade. So this next year, I do plan on trying to like search down who it actually is, because I do not remember who really started that whole thing, and then learning more and more about like, is it like this readathon where you get certain points for certain things? I don't know. But I'll participate because it gives me an excuse to read middle grade. So, well, anyways, I think that's all I have. Do you guys have anything y'all would like to add before we hop off and call it a day? Amy's
like, good luck keeping track of 4 different books at once.
Oh, I know. I can't do that. I used to. And then I was like, you don't ever get books finished, because it becomes daunting when you're like, accumulatively, I have like 500, 600 pages to finish, when in reality, it's like if you would just pick up one book and read it, you would have much less pages. Yeah.
Well, the sleuths are going to have like one day where they get like 4 books from me, and then it's going to be like misting days, and then it's going to be like another 4 books.
Yes. I
can't stay on one book.
I get that. Okay, so this is Krista from Books and Jam started it. No points. What? Okay, well, Krista is one of our leaders for Mystery and Mayhem, and I had no idea. Wow, small world. That is awesome. Well, I will definitely be participating in it this year because we follow each other, and I watch all her videos now, so I shouldn't miss it. That is awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah, Cody says it's cool too.
That's cool.
He's trying to be an ominous voice. All right. Well, we are going to hop off so that we can get ready for our Renaissance Fair. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining in. It was such a pleasure having you guys. Amy, take a nap. Sam, she's been up since 3:30. And I know
that
right?
was an accident.
Well, and Sam, thank you for jumping in with us. And we will plan another sprint. And for those of you in the readathon, get your points submitted. I will update everything this evening. And best of luck, guys. All right. Well, we will see y'all later. Bye.
Bye, everyone.